Have you ever wondered what forms the foundation of your faith? Can it withstand the storms of life? In the realm of faith, we can envision our beliefs as a building structure. The strength and resilience of this structure depend largely on its foundation. The deeper and more solid the foundation, the better it can withstand life's tempests. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verses 16 and 17, we find a stark illustration of this principle. The prophet Isaiah warned of impending judgment upon an unrepentant nation of Jews. Despite the prophet's dire warnings, they remained secure, unyielding, trusting in their own strength and false refuges. But there is a sure foundation that will not be shaken by life's storms. That foundation is Jesus Christ. Isaiah describes Jesus Christ as a tried stone, a precious cornerstone. But what does this mean? Well, to understand this, we must first explore the symbolism behind these words. In ancient times, a cornerstone was the first stone set in the construction of a masonry foundation. It was of utmost importance as all other stones were set in reference to this stone, determining the position of the entire structure. So when Isaiah describes Jesus as a precious cornerstone, he is essentially saying that Jesus is the fundamental, indispensable element in the foundation of our faith. He is the reference point from which everything else in our spiritual life aligns and positions. Without this cornerstone, the whole structure, our faith, our hope, our salvation, would be unstable and at risk of collapse. And what about the term tried stone? Well, a tried stone is one that has been tested for its strength and reliability. It has withstood the pressures of time, elements, and circumstances. By calling Jesus a tried stone, Isaiah is emphasizing that Jesus is reliable. He has withstood the test of time and proven his strength and faithfulness again and again. Our faith, then, is not based on something ephemeral or unproven, but on a tried and precious cornerstone that has demonstrated its steadfastness. Jesus is not a newcomer or an experiment. He is a proven guarantee. His teachings, his life, his resurrection, all these have stood the test of time, providing a solid foundation for our faith. So what does this mean for us? It means that when we build our hope and faith on Jesus, we are building on a foundation that is not just strong but also reliable. A foundation that will not crumble under the weight of our fears, doubts, or the challenges of life. A foundation that can weather the storms and stand firm amidst the tempests of life. Building your hope on Jesus, the tried and precious cornerstone, ensures a foundation that can endure all calamities. The prophet warns of trusting in false refuges, but how can we identify these false refuges? In our journey of faith, it's essential to understand the concept of false refuges. These are the things we often rely on, mistakenly believing they can provide the same security and comfort as our faith. They can take many forms, from our own strength and abilities to worldly possessions, social status, or even the approval of others. But here's the catch. These false refugees, no matter how attractive or reliable they may seem, are fleeting and can crumble under life's pressures. They offer a temporary shelter, but when the storms of life hit, the trials, the tribulations, the uncertainties, they collapse, leaving us exposed and vulnerable. On the contrary, the foundation of Jesus Christ remains unshaken. It's a refuge that withstands the harshest storms, the most potent tempests. It's a refuge that doesn't falter or fail, but remains steadfast, offering us hope and security. So how do we avoid these false refuges? By recognizing that our strength, our hope, our security lies not in the transient things of this world, but in Jesus Christ. Only by building our hopes on Jesus Christ can we avoid being overwhelmed by life's storms. So where should we place our hopes and faith? That's the question we've been pondering. As we've journeyed together through this discussion, we've come to understand that Jesus Christ is the tried and precious cornerstone. He is the firm bedrock upon which we can construct our lives and our faith. We've also explored the perils of trusting in false refuges. Our own strength, our worldly possessions, or even our intellect can seem like safe havens, but they are shifting sands, unable to withstand the storms of life. Only Jesus Christ provides a foundation that is unshakable. He is described as a sure foundation in the book of Isaiah, a haven of hope in a world that can sometimes feel chaotic and uncertain. By placing our trust in him, we are shielded from the tempests of life, secure in the knowledge that we are grounded on a foundation that will never falter. Summing up, we must remember that our faith should not be built on false refuges. Our strength, our hope, our security, they all find their true home in Jesus Christ. He is the cornerstone, our solid ground, the only secure foundation upon which we can build our lives and faith. Remember, in the architecture of faith, Jesus Christ is our only secure foundation. Build your faith upon him and you will not be shaken.